You ever finish a really, really hard set, you're out of breath, tired, but with that moment of clarity, your brain goes silent and you look around the gym and just wonder, what is the reason why all these people are here? Now, some might say that I think too much, and I think that's true, but I don't think it's a bad thing because I think curiosity is very important. Curiosity is what gets society to consistently progress. And I often try to analyze the psychology of lifters. Why do we want to be so big? What are we trying to compensate for? Maybe for some people it isn't that deep, but for me, it matters. We can all agree that most dedicated lifters have some sort of body dysmorphia, or we can call it bigorexia. Now, I think I've suffered with both bigorexia and anorexia, and there is actually a psychology behind anorexia. I've heard some people talk about how anorexic people might feel an immense lack of control in their lives, and I suppose controlling their food environment so strictly gives them comfort, because that's their attempt to feel in control over something when they know that they don't have so much power about everything that's going around them. And I can attest to that. I have been anorexic myself in the past, and it was really satisfying to step on the scale every day and see it get lower and lower. And it gave me an outlet where I really felt like I had power over myself. And that is a dangerous mindset to be in. But it's important to acknowledge and understand where it comes from so it doesn't happen again. And I wonder, what makes someone have body dysmorphia, bigorexia? Why do we want to feel so big? Think about people who use roids. They are so obsessed with getting huge that they are willing to take substances that literally kills them. Not just physically, but mentally too. It ruins their lives. And for what? So that you have bigger muscles? Logically, it makes no sense. How can anyone do this? But so many people do. And for all of my natty lifters out there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't it be fair to say that we wish we could look like the enhanced people without having to take the drugs? At least we aren't willing to sacrifice our health and longevity just to look bigger. But let's be honest, all of us wish that there was a magical universe out there where you could take something with no side effects and look huge. We want to constantly exceed this natural limit that we have. And one must ask, what is this discrepancy? Because we have a natty limit for a reason. Clearly, our minds are not in touch with what's best for us physically. I can't speak for others, but if I were to psychoanalyze myself, I think it makes a lot of sense that I've dealt with anorexia and, I guess, bigorexia. I'm 25 years old. I'm unemployed. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm speaking to a camera in a room on my own, and it's embarrassing because I'm going to post this video and it's going to get like 5 views. That makes me feel really insecure. I feel like there's nothing in my life that I can be proud of. I'm super socially anxious. I'm awkward. I feel really ugly. Essentially, I feel like I have no value in my physical appeal or my monetary appeal, if that's even a word. What I mean by that is I'm ugly and I'm broke. That's what I feel like. And the only thing I can really control is my body. Yeah, it makes sense I want to be big. Why not? I guess my muscles is the equivalent of these spikes on a hedgehog. You should be intimidated and you should feel like I'm very powerful, even though inside I feel small. You know what? I got really invested in powerlifting at one point too. And I was so obsessed with getting strong, so obsessed. Being strong just made me feel like I could take over the world even though that's not true, I would find myself fantasizing so often about situations where a gang of guys try to attack me and I use my 120 kilo squat powerful legs to kick them and beat them up. They're stupid fantasies, and the truth is, if a gang of guys approached me, I hope I have pepper spray with me because there's no way I'm taking them down. As a small person, I'm 55 kilos, 160 centimeters, 5'4" for all my American people. A small little girl who feels very unattractive, has no money to even be self-sufficient. Getting really strong and big at the gym is my way of trying to feel powerful. And yeah, if you told me that I could come twice my size and twice as strong as I am right now without all the consequences of roids, I probably would. What's everyone else trying to compensate for? All of our bodybuilding idols, the top of the top, Mr. Olympias, why do they feel that they need to be mass monsters? That they need to be not even recognizable as a human anymore? Now don't get me wrong, I admire their dedication to their sport, but it really makes me wonder, what is going on in their heads? Because so often I feel like we don't hear about that side. I guess I'm creating this video to just bring up a philosophical question. We always talk about body dysmorphia and wanting to get big, but I feel like a solution to that isn't just talking about it more, but understanding why it is in the first place. And if we understand that, then maybe we can prevent it.